Yeah, hi there. These comments are for FL, and this is Michael. I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at Stealth, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. I just read your independent writing practice test number 28, and I got good and bad news. The good news is you have a very strong organization. Your topic sentences and body paragraphs 2, 3, and 4, they very closely connect back to your thesis. You also use supporting details to support your generalizations. So I think in that sense you're in very good shape. Now on the other hand, you have a lot of problems with your language use, particularly with your vocabulary and also your grammar. So I will point out an example from each paragraph to help illustrate some of what these language use issues are. So in the first paragraph, one problem is in the thesis. You say unsafety, noising, uncleanness are 3 reasons I reject the cinema beside me. I would say here, we don't really say unsafety. You might say unsafe conditions, excessive noise, and uncleanliness are 3 reasons I reject the cinema beside me. So I changed some of those words so that they fit better and they're more accurate. Okay, let's go to your next paragraph. Let's take a look at one of the examples here. Okay, in your topic sentence you say, to begin with, our living area will turn to more unsafe if a movie nearby. I'm going to correct that to say, to begin with, our living area will become more unsafe if a movie theater is located nearby. That's what I would say there. So in your third paragraph, let's take a look at one of your sentences in there. Okay, in that paragraph, count down 3 lines, and let's go to for example. You say, for example, as a student, and I would change definite to definitely. So again, for example, as a student, I definitely will be disturbed by that if I am reviewing a textbook or doing some exercises. So I would change the word definite to definitely. Okay, your fourth paragraph, you have besides above 2 reasons. I would probably rewrite that transition to say, in addition to these 2 reasons, I would say again, in addition to these 2 reasons, and then say with unclean, and an unclean environment is the 3rd reason I don't want to have a movie theater in my neighborhood. You can't say be my neighborhood. You want to put a preposition there, in. Okay, let's go to your 5th paragraph. Take a look at one problem there. Now remember, there's a lot more problems than just this. I'm just pointing out one example from each paragraph. You say in the final paragraph, you say, to conclude, I don't like to living in a place without safe, peaceful, and clean. The problem here is safe, peaceful, and clean are adjectives, but you're using without. Without is a preposition. You want to introduce nouns here and not adjectives. And also, I wouldn't say to living, I would say to live. So to conclude, I don't like to live in a place without safety, peacefulness, and cleanliness. That would actually be the better way to do that. Okay, so what do we have here? We have an essay with a very strong organization. We have a lot of good supporting details in there, but you have dozens and dozens of problems with either your verbs or your word forms, and some of these problems are getting a little bit in the way of your meaning, right? So that's really what you're battling with right now. So you need to overcome some of the grammar problems you're having. So I would recommend in my online course, I think if you do my vocabulary lesson 3, I think that's going to be very useful for you. And because that's going to give you more vocabulary, and it'll help you learn how to use, I think, words more appropriately in writing and speaking. Also, I would like you to take a look at grammar lesson number 7. We will cover some of those lessons in our TOEFL class here at California State University, San Bernardino, but I think it'd be a good idea if you study a little bit of that on your own. That's going to help you overcome some of these problems you're having. Also, find opportunities to speak English as much as you can. That also can improve your word choice when you're speaking and writing. All right, so let's take a look at your score now. I'm not going to give you too low of a score because I really like your organization and your development. So I'm going to put you right in the low 3 area, 3.0 out of 5. That's going to put you at 20 points out of 30. And then for our class, a 3.0 is going to put you at 76%. Alrighty, anyway, thank you very much for completing this writing practice test.